Uh, Welcome back to another YouTube episode. So today we're gonna try an attempt to install this diesel heater, which will be an interesting ordeal. I hate reading instructions, so I'm kind of just looking at the pictures, and I will have to drill some pretty major holes in my boat. But yeah, and for those of you guys that don't know, yeah, I'm leaving for Hawaii at the time of making this video in 88 days, so May. May 1st is the goal. Obviously, I'll leave when the weather permits, but I have to be ready to go by May 1st. So I am burning through projects. I haven't filmed a bunch of them because, this refit's taking up all my time, and these edits, these YouTube videos, take up a lot of time as well. So I try and just put out one YouTube video a week, and today happens to be installing this diesel heater. So I just wanted to also say thank you guys for, I learned so much. It's insane, actually, how much I learned from my own comment section on like my social medias and specifically YouTube. A lot of you are sailors and know your stuff, so I really do appreciate it because I read all the comments. Sometimes it's hard to reply because between all of the platforms I'm replying to like hundreds of comments a day. And but please keep them coming because I do read them, and I gain an obscene amount of knowledge from you guys, so and it's incredibly helpful. So I appreciate that a ton. I'm literally learning to sail and pulling this off with like straight up the help from you guys. Like the social media stuff it's turned out to pay off simply because of the knowledge I'm getting. And I hate watching like YouTube videos and stuff, but that's what I do. I watch YouTube videos to learn stuff, but I hate doing it. So I much prefer reading your guys' comments, and so thank you. But let's get going. I think what I'm going to do is kind of try and just assemble this and see how this works here, and then go into the... I'm going to be installing this in the cave, in the bowels of my boat, which is going to be brutal, because I'll have to do kind of like major work in there. It's not just going to be like replacing the exhaust hose. I'm going to be in there like doing a bunch of things, and that is going to be absolutely nuts. So I'm going to start this today. Hopefully I get it done today. My guess is it'll get dark and it's freezing outside, so I might extend. This might be a 2-day project, but let's get cracking. Alrighty, so she's more or less kind of situated. This is a filter of some sort. This is the exhaust, and I got an add-on, so this will be my through hole for it. I don't know how I'm going to mount it. I think what I'll do, I'll have to go get some like an L-shaped bracket maybe, and then bolt it in to the side to the back. It'll be on the other side of, there's my kitty, the other side of that wall. So bolt it in there somehow, I guess. I think is what I'm going to do. I got to go back there, which is a mission. But yeah, I think that's what I'll do. Alrighty, so we are in my quarter berth. So what I think I'm going to do is I have to still go on the other side and kind of like gauge some things, I guess. But so this is the heater here. It will obviously go on the other side, but what I'm going to do, I don't know how I'm going to film this, is line it up here. So if I drill the holes right, this will be facing the other way, actually. And so this, but if I drill the holes right, they will come down beneath. Like you won't be able to see them. All right, this is going to be the hardest job of all time. I've done 700 jobs. Each has their own challenge. This one is going to be, without a doubt, the hardest, just because I have to go through that cave. I went in there once just now already, and I'm gonna have to flip everything around. Those dots I marked are not gonna work. But yeah, I'll have to flip everything around and then go in. I'm gonna go in and out of there 72 times. and it's just gonna suck. Is all it is. It's just what it is. So let's keep on going. All right, I had to run to the store again because I didn't have the right size drill bit, and then I just drilled the 2 sketchiest holes I've ever drilled in my life, and I kind of just freeballed it and just went for it. And so now on the other side of that is hanging by a nut and maybe 1 thread is the diesel heater. And yeah, I think that's going to work out the way it's situated there. It has to be that up that high. It can't be down low because there's just too many things coming out of it. And so it does have to be up high. But yeah, I'm cool with that. All right, so the problem I'm having is the nuts that are back there, they're locking nuts, so they're too tight. And it's also hanging. So I've got non-locking nuts that I'll put on. And then maybe I'll have 2 non-locking nuts on there to basically hold it up. And then when I drill the other 2 holes, those will be the locking nuts. So I got to go back there. I'm going to have to go back there so many times. All right, I'll show you what it's like. Try to. Okay, let's see where I'm going. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh my God. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm not going all the way in. Oh God, let's get you situated here, huh? Let's get you in a good angle because I care. Because I care about my content here. Let's get you in a situated. Oh my God. This is such a disaster, man. This is such a disaster. Oh my God, my neighbors probably hear me rustling around. Okay, whatever. Right above your head is the problem. Let's see here. That is certainly actually gonna pinch that wire. So here's what I need to do. I need to get this hand, get it through that hole. Okay, I gotta go up. Elbow's gotta go up, and then, oh God, then down. Now there should be a screwdriver around here. I freaking hope so. Oh, that's a screwdriver. Okay, now what I need to do is twist that. We go back up, and then boom. See how simple that is? All right, I got those 2 screws there tightened down, so that should be on. So I'm gonna go back there and I guess figure out what else I need to do. I'm a little bit nervous to drill the other 2 holes. For some reason, I'm questioning myself in these marks now. So, but we'll just do this for now. All right, so I got the tape measure, and I measured, so on the other side, 6 inches over, and then 13 inches high. So you can kind of see that dot there is where it should be. So, yeah. Alrighty, I'm gonna drill this hole. This is gonna be the biggest hole I've ever drilled through my boat, through some beautiful teak. And I'm really not looking forward to it. Alrighty, there she is. Not bad. Not bad at all. I don't think. I think it maybe exploded on the other side, but I don't know. Whatever. God. I'm making a mess in my room. It's late. All right, let's go I think I'm gonna finish this part here and then go to bed and wake up and do it again. Alrighty, I got the vent installed, and that was probably about, that was way harder than I thought that was gonna be. That took me forever. I had to go in and out, in and out, in and out, probably like 10 or 15 times. And I finally got it in. All right, you YouTubers, it is day 2 of living like a complete hoarder. And I think what I'm going to do is drill the hole that I do not want to drill through the transom of my boat. I should probably do that first, because that's the hardest thing and the most, the thing I don't want to do. So I should figure out where I'm going to do that. With the bolts from the ladder, I could use that as my signal, my where I start the measurement. The bolts that go in, because I saw those in there. And so I'd measure from there on the outside, maybe in between there. We're doing wonderful things here in this brain. It's churning. It's early, but it's starting to, amazing things are happening. So I've done some sketchy math, and now it's time to drill this hole. Alrighty, drilled that hole. Now I'm going to go plug it, but that, let me see if I bring it into focus here. That right there is how thick my boat is. It's not very thick. Yeah, so that's what stands between me and sinking. Let's go plug that hole. All right. It started snowing, so I had to stop filming. But I did get that through hole on, and I got the screws in on this side. So now I gotta go on the other side and try and finalize everything. But yeah, it started just dumping snow. It was absolutely freezing. So I didn't film that because I didn't want to get my stuff wet. All right, so there it is. I've got to put this plate on there now. I think I can access it from here without going in all the way in the hole there. So I'm on the opposite side here. So I'm going to do that right now. I don't know. I'm just always cold, man. Always cold. It's never not cold. My hands hurt so bad. Oh, man. Just in time for this diesel heater to be installed. All right. I got blood all over my hands, my Britney shirt. I'm freezing cold. But, you know. Oh my God, that was so hard. I finally got this backing plate installed. There. Getting that on was shamefully difficult. And it shouldn't have been as hard as it was, but I like to make things hard, I think. And that was very difficult. And there's my cat now, coming in to hang out and explore. She, the hatch is closed. She comes in through the little gap in the front and likes to hang out. And it's a nice surprise. So now I'm gonna I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna install the exhaust system and try and figure out how to mount that, which is gonna be very fun. All right, I just installed sort of the exhaust hose. Everything about this is so hard. But now I'm gonna try and start doing some of the electrical stuff and getting stuff done there. And I think on the gas tank, don't mind the blood that is all over. on both hands now. My poor hands. But I have to... I don't know what all these extra nuts and washers and bolts are. I'm pretty sure I just have to drill a hole in there and then pull this through, pull the thing through. But yeah, I'll figure that out. I just feel like there's more components in here than there should be. More washers and screws and such than should be in here. Should be only a couple things in here. Alright, so it says use a 7.5 millimeter drill bit, and this one's a 7, so I figured go a little smaller. I cut my thumb really bad, so I'm getting blood everywhere. I got a real deep one. I don't know, you won't be able to see it, but it's one of those fine, super fine ones that just went deep down to the bone. Alright, let's drill this. Probably shouldn't hold it like this, because that will be bad. I am filming. Alright. Now, how do I get the bit in there? Alright, I don't know if this will actually work, but I came up with the idea. I just got one of this wire, and I'm going to feed it through. I just feel like I make everything so much harder. There's got to be an easier way. I just feel like this whole process I've just made hard. Let's just fucking drill a little bit more. Alright, there it is. Shouldn't leak. I still got to go back in that hole like 10 more times. Probably more. Alright, there's the fuel tank. The zip ties are on... Well, the fuel tank's on the brown water tank. The zip ties are not a permanent thing. I'm going to figure out how to mount it to this. But in the meantime, just to get everything operational and installed... obviously, this is not how that's going to look. It's just a placeholder right now for it. Just so I can kind of work around it because I want it to be there. And here's my kitty. It will surely be interesting, as always, to see how this YouTube video turns out. Alright, let's keep going. I'm going to I'm going to run the fuel lines, figure out where the fuel line's going to go, and then run it into there somehow, and start doing the wiring somehow. Yeah. Oh, I guess for some reason I haven't thought about using the phone light in here. But yeah, here we are. I just attached the, let's see here, the fuel line, and, sorry, not a lot of places to put the camera, so, good Lord. I have not been doing a good job of recording this, and the amount of times I have come in and out of this room, because it takes me like a solid 4 minutes to slither out of here. And it hurts. It hurts. I think my arms are filled with fiberglass and wood, maybe splinters. I don't know. I will suture everything, but I got the wires run to it. Now I've got to, I think I'm going to have to, yeah, I'm definitely going to have to extend the wires, create lengths to the wires so that everything reaches. But yeah, so I'm going to do that. Oh, it's starting to snow. God, it's just miserable conditions. I can't wait to work on my boat in a t-shirt. Everything's very short. The remote is also very short, and I'm going to have to figure out what in the world I'm going to do with that. Alrighty, I got this hillbilly heater set up with some diesel in there. At least I hope it's diesel. It's wired. Everything is completely a mess. All the wiring and stuff. Everything's a mess. Not how it's going to be, but it is wired. as soon as I plug this remote in, it should work. It's about 10 o'clock, I think. This is day 2, 2 days straight working on this nonstop, which is kind of shameful to admit. Well, my electrical worked at least, so now I've turned it on. I think it might take up to 30 minutes for it to pump the fuel, so we'll see what happens here. But it is on, so that's cool. It feels good to make things turn on. Already started making a noise. I think it's working on pumping the fuel. Yeah, I don't know how hot those components get, so I'm going to run it full steam while I'm in here once it starts to really run, and then feel everything and see how hot it gets, because it's all up against that wall, so depending on how hot it gets, it will determine if I kind of remount some of that stuff in there. So, but yeah, let's see. Well, yeah, it's been about 30 minutes, and I've had to keep turning it on and off to get it to pump, and then it doesn't help when you install the fuel pump backwards. Yeah. Oh, it's going. Sweet. Alrighty, you have just fast forwarded about 2 weeks, because apparently I didn't have the energy to finish that video. Because I was just making that video now, and I was reliving that experience a bit, and I was beat. Like, I was tired, but I got it installed. It's been working fantastically. It's working right now. That's why I'm in a t-shirt in my boat, because I'm not cold. But I ended up drilling a hole through this wall here, and so I installed this here. I'm not sure how I feel about it, because that's about how long the cable was. I didn't have the right cables to make it longer, so that's where it went. And but when I'm going to be sleeping here offshore, and when I'm sleeping here, I'm pretty sure that's going to be digging into my spine. So that's going to be irritating. And then also, it is incredibly bright at night. So that's also irritating. So, yeah, not my finest hour, but it works really well. I really enjoy it. My cat absolutely loves it. So the heater obviously is up there, and it pumps hot air right. It goes right here. So this is where she stays. She just sits here and becomes a furnace, and she loves it. So she loves it. I love it. I did have to take the exhaust off the wall there, because that part of the exhaust does get really hot. The muffler, so nothing is touching anything, and it all runs freely. Like, it all runs, so it's not touching anything that could catch fire. And then I added a lot more exhaust hose to everything, because it only came with a small amount. So the whole thing's exhaust hose wrapped with like car exhaust hose, like stuff that like you can grab it and hold on to it forever and it doesn't even get warm. Yeah. But yeah, it's working really nice. Thanks for watching. I've got more videos coming. So, Sailing Phoenix and I, Kitty, are out.